Welcome back. In today's cryptocurrency video, we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin, currently sitting at $57,367. We're going to be having a look at Verasity as well as Floki Inu making a nice little recovery. We are sitting at a nice little resistance right here, as you guys can see. So we're going to be having a look at these three coins. But first, before anything, we are seeing right now Bitcoin popping and the whole market is rebounding. But are we gonna see essentially Bitcoin come back down all the way? Let me remove these EMA ribbons, moving averages. Are we gonna see Bitcoin come back all the way to this level right here at 53,000, or are we gonna see a rebound up until here? So this is what I want to have a look at. If we have a look at the exponential moving average, we've been supported every single time we came back and retested. We saw support right here, we saw rejection right here, and right here. And now we actually officially broke down below the EMA ribbons, which is indeed very, very bearish. If we have a look right here, I mean, the last time we had I don't want to say bear market, but the last time we had a nice little bear cycle was when we broke below the EMA ribbon. As you guys can see, we always were supported right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then essentially broke down. And once we broke down, we saw this nice little crypto winter for 2-3 months approximately. And then we essentially broke above it, came back down. This was a nice little false breakout, pop back up. So yes, I'm not saying we're gonna be entering a bear market now, but it's very, very possible that we do retest this support right here. And the reason why is, if I have a look on the weekly time frame, look at that, boom, it meets exactly, guys. This is like, you can't get any more perfect than that. This level, this exponential moving average, the 20 EMA level, meets exactly with our support right here on the daily time frame. So this is why I am saying that a rebound off the the 52,000, 53,000 level is very, very possible. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not saying to put in shorts. This is not financial advice whatsoever. But I'm saying there is a chance, of course, that this is happening. So now the reason of the shakeout yesterday was to take out the longs. A lot of people were way over leveraged yesterday. I'm gonna cover this in my video tomorrow on what happened exactly, but that's essentially what happened. If we have a look at the RSI on the weekly time frame, I mean, we came back, we got rejected. Anything above 70 is usually overbought, and we essentially got rejected by the 70, by that area on the weekly time frame. But let's have a look on the daily time frame. Daily time frame matters the most, in my opinion. We are sitting at 38 right now, which is fantastic. It is very, very fantastic, because the last time we were sitting at 38, we were right here. We were at 43,000. So this is actually a very, very good sign. A very, we have a lot of room to grow right here, because imagine we go like this right now. If we go like this and go back to 68, 70, we're most likely going to be at $80,000, $90,000. So this is why when we have the RSI falling but the price isn't crashing, it's fantastic. So this is why we have to keep an eye on that. Having a look at Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame, and having a look at the moving averages real quick. Let's see if I could pop the EM. No, that was the RSI. Let's see if I can pop the moving average. Sorry, on the daily time frame. Can we come back and retest this right here? Probably not. 45,918. We're most likely not going to retest that. I know someone asked me, what about the 200 moving average? Most likely not going to retest. We're still sitting right here at the support at 53,274 to be exact. Let's have a look at Veracity, but before that, let's have a look at some of the specs. $260,267 million of market cap. So this is fantastic. This is very, very low, guys. I mean, you're not going to get a better price than this. We got 4.47 billion VRA in circulation right now, currently sitting under 6 cents, guys. We got 235,000 on the watch list. Now, why did this pump a few days ago? We saw a massive pump and dump, I guess you can say, but that was essentially because they announced a deal with Axie Infinity, which is a play to earn game. Fantastic news for VRA. So this is why. But let's have a look right here real quick. We actually came back down all the way to this level. It was the 51 level, 5.1 cent, and that was this actually meets exactly with this previous resistance right here, which flipped support. So any peak that is essentially a resistance will essentially act as support after that. Okay, so if we go below this right now, then this peak right here, this peak right here, this peak right here, and this peak right here will act as resistance, and it's essentially going to take us a much longer and it's going to be we're going to have a harder time essentially to break above it. So this is exactly what is happening right now. I don't want to have a look at the EMA because it doesn't really matter, but we did break below the EMA ribbons. We did, we were supported right here. EMAs work better on Bitcoin. I use Bitcoin as a overall indicator for the altcoins because Bitcoin is king. Bitcoin is the leader. As we know, Bitcoin will lead most of these altcoins into a whether it's a bull cycle or bear cycle. But right here, we actually broke down. We came back, retested the exponential moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and got rejected. So it's very possible that when Bitcoin comes down, we're going to see VRA and all the altcoins coming down as well. So this is why we have to be very careful and not to over leverage and not to FOMO in. Of course, not financial advice once again, but it's good to always dollar cost average your position. What is dollar costing average? It's essentially you would dollar cost average right here, have a buy right here, wait for a correction, have a buy right here. You could buy right here. You could buy every dip. You could buy right here and right here. So what you're essentially doing is you don't want to be buying peaks. Okay, that's FOMOing into a coin is the biggest no-go. You want to wait, and you might say, how do you know when there's a peak? Well, look at this. This is a peak, guys. Look, like this was a parabolic move. You want to wait for a nice correction, a nice little pullback, same as here. Look at that, parabolic. You want to wait for a nice pullback, nice little correction. Now, this can actually be an Elliott wave pattern, okay? It consists of fifth wave. So look at this. We could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? This is the Elliott wave pattern. Are we in an Elliott wave pattern right now on the daily time frame? Very, very possible, guys. Elliott wave pattern happens all the time, and they're usually followed by an ABC correction. So this is what you usually want to do. So as you guys can see, we came back, retested that support. How do you know there's support? Once again, we have it right here. Retested that support and pop back up. So that's for VRA Verasity. Enough for today. Let's have a look at Floki Inu. Beautiful, beautiful bounce from yesterday's top. We got 20 million in liquidity, $11 million in daily volume. Total market cap of $1.43 billion. Fantastic, okay? So yes, we were consolidating around this around this area right here, between 22 and I would say 29, 30. I would say between this region. Now, why did we dump yesterday? A lot of people say we dumped because, paper hands, this, that. No, we dumped because there was a crash in the market yesterday. As I say, Bitcoin is king. If Bitcoin dumps, most of the coins will dump. So this is exactly what happened. So what can we see in the future? Let's extend this real quick. Let's zoom in. So for Floki Inu, first of all, okay, we do have a resistance right here. Let me pull out my pen real quick. Okay, we have a resistance right here, a resistance right here, right here. Okay, anywhere around this area, we have a strong resistance. So in my opinion, if we manage to float above that, then this is going to act as support essentially, and we could do something like that, have a nice little breakout, retest that area, and then perhaps make a higher move to the 29. Now, we do have strong resistance at 29, so we have to be careful not to FOMO in at 29, okay? And of course, not to sell when we see this this pullback. Every time we have a breakout above a resistance, triangle, head and shoulder pattern, cup and handle, whatever you want to call it, you name it, we usually have a retest. So if we break out of the 30 region, we're most likely going to break out and come back, retest before going back up. This is how it works usually. Look at that. We broke out of this resistance right here, came back, retested that area, and then boom, pop back up again. So let's have a look at some of the indicators real quick. RSI. I like to have a look at the RSI. Especially for these low cap altcoins. So RSI, boom. RSI, I don't want to say we're overbought yet, but we are making a little move towards the upside. So maybe we might see a nice little consolidation. But on the daily time frame is more and more important because we are oversold on the daily time frame. I believe, yeah, we're right here at 54. So we essentially have a lot of room for growth. In my opinion, we could see the RSI once again above 70 on Floki Inu. They're doing marketing all over the world. Another thing is that we are also in a falling wedge, guys. We are breaking out or about to break out of the falling wedge. Let's have a look real quick. Let me take this away. So for those of you guys who don't know what a falling wedge is, it's when you have something like this. And it's kind of a triangle. It gets tighter and tighter and tighter as you go down, and boom, we had the breakout. So this is actually very, very bullish in my opinion. Not in my opinion, like if you guys look online, falling wedges are very, very bullish. How do you buy Floki Inu? You have to go to PancakeSwap, of course. Nothing too crazy. You go to PancakeSwap. You gotta import this contract address right here on the top right, and that is about it. I made a video on how to buy micropets. You could essentially follow the same steps with Floki Inu, and then everything would be okay. Everything would be set. But we are up 48%, so you could wait for a pullback, for a correction before buying in. Not financial advice. Once again, if you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.